Ladies and gentlemen, now it's Too Late with Alan Mosley.
Yeah! Ooh, that's good. Get the show off to a good start. That's right. Guys, welcome back for not just another episode 250 of
Holy
It's Too
cow.
Late with Alan Mosley. I know, right? And we had said just like 2 months ago, hey, we're going to put together something really special for episode 250.
Yeah.
And then...
We forgot.
Yeah, it's not. It exceeds just simply incompetence of saying we do something and then not doing it. We just didn't even remember to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the answer is we'll do something for 500.
Yeah. There we go.
That's only fair.
What?
Guys, I am your host Alan Mosley, joined as always by the number one producer in late night. It's Dave Willimowski. Dave, how are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm working on it. Still working on it. Doing really good. Happy to be here. This is a nice little break from my normal life. I get to do this awesome show. I'm doing great. How are you, Alan?
Wow. Sorry to hear that, everyone else in Dave's life, but let me tell you this. So you know how on this show, we've addressed some different elements of the Libertarian Party every now and again on this show. And perhaps I've said some unflattering things about the organization, if you will, and some of the people involved. And so when the Libertarian Party of Tennessee's convention was coming up this year, which is this Saturday, of course, that's just an occasion. You don't even mark it on the calendar. You just pass right on by it because, I mean, what difference does it make to me? I don't, I don't associate with those people. And they would never have me because of all the terrible things I've said about them.
A lot of terrible things.
And then one of the guys who's helping to set up the convention, Keith, our friend Keith, he calls me up and says, hey, would you like to be one of the speakers at the convention this year? And of course, I just assume he's trolling. So to go along with the joke, I say, yeah, man, sure, sign me up.
Lol, yeah.
Yeah. Because so a couple months go by, I don't even remember Keith, much less remembering having the conversation. I get a message from Keith with a screenshot that says, hey, here's you in the program. Let me know if that's okay. And I go, sorry, come again? So anyway, if you're in the area of Clarksville, Tennessee, come on out this weekend to the Libertarian Party of Tennessee's convention, where yours truly will be talking.
Speaking.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I don't even know what about. I don't. No one's actually told me anything. I'm not sure.
Yeah, are they going to give you a topic, or you just? Oh, they shouldn't just let you go.
Oh, they really shouldn't. They shouldn't let me be there at all.
They shouldn't let you go.
Yeah, when I go to register, it should say, "Oh, sorry, sir, you're on the list. We can't have that." It's between 2 and 3 o'clock, I think, on Saturday that I'm going to be there, and I don't even know how to dress. Should I wear a suit like I always do for the show, or just show up in PJs, or what's a?
I think the last big libertarian function I saw, the guy was just in his underwear.
Yeah, very comfy. That's cozy.
Yeah, it's casual, work casual.
Yeah, it might be a little chilly though, so I don't know. It's shrinkage and all that. Speaking of big events around the corner, if you can only go to one event, don't go to that one. It's just going to be there's going to be some rabid dudes going to get up there mid-afternoon on Saturday, say a bunch of really racist stuff, and then they're not going to be able to have the convention anymore. They're going to lose their affiliation. So you don't want to be a part of that. What you do want to be a part of is the 5th annual It's Too Late live show, coming to you June 3rd, once again this year. June 3rd. I know. Oh my God, it's practically here. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, we should plan that.
So we actually do have a whole extended weekend of festivities that mostly revolve around food. Actually, if you've looked at the schedule, but I mean, are you down for that? I'm good with that.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I just noticed it. It's all food.
Yeah, and I've had zero complaints, to be honest. So I think we're just
prefer it.
Yeah, we're just gonna consume. But anyway, that's June 3rd. But you got to get your tickets. Tickets are free. Yeah. All you have to do is RSVP so that we know you're coming. So that we know. Yeah.
The hot one.
You know the one thing that I thought about doing different, because we've got our venue, everything's set up. We're actually ready to go. I'm like give ourselves, Dave, you and me, we give ourselves a pat on our backs that we have everything ready this year, and we're not going to be sitting here like May 22nd saying, "Oh my God, we have to get something together." It's actually already ready to go. But I actually had a friend of ours, I'm not going to name who it is, but a friend of ours actually DM'd me and said, "You should rent this place." And I noticed that this place was like right across the street from an elementary school. And he was like, "You should see which of your friends can't come."
Oh, that could be helpful.
Yeah. So most probably. But anyway,
I think I'm good now.
Yeah, June 3rd at Puckett's. It's going to be awesome. Hey, imagine, give it up. Hold on, let's do the applause again. Give it up for Puckett's. They don't have a clue what's coming down on them. Saturday night.
Yeah, it seems like a nice place. I'm worried about that.
Yeah, and there's going to be a certain odor, like.
Oh.
I think they have us near the back door though, which kind of says something.
That might even be worse. People dipping out.
Speaking of dipping out, California Governor Gavin Newsome is back in the news. Do we have a picture of Gavin Newsome?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, wow.
Actually does look a lot like him. Newsome has picked a fight with the retail pharmacy Walgreens. It's a war on Walgreens, ladies and gentlemen. The governor blasted Walgreens on Monday for its decision to stop dispersing abortion pills in 20 states and said California will not be conducting business with the company. Quote, "California won't be doing business with Walgreens or any other company that cowers to the extremists and puts women's lives at risk. We're done," Newsome said in a tweet on Monday. "We will not pursue business with companies that cave to right-wing bullies pushing their extremist agenda."
But it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
That's right. That's right. Only left-wing bullies. No right-wing bullies. Only left-wing bullies are allowed around here. Did you know we're actually only like a month away from Easter?
Oh, no.
Like, this year's already gone. What happened?
Oh, man. Yeah, it's sickening.
Well, I was reminded because we were here on Monday and we were having all that conversation about jelly beans. And I thought for the faintest of moments, I thought, why is everyone talking about jelly beans? And then I realized Easter's like tomorrow. That's why. Easter's only a month away, and the world-famous Cadbury Company of England is busy churning out their classic Cadbury cream eggs to satisfy demand. But a daring thief almost brought the operation to a halt. Take a look at this. 32-year-old Joby Poole was on his way to stealing over 200,000 of the chocolate cream eggs after an elaborate plot involving infiltrating the facility and towing away a trailer filled with the treats before being tracked down by police. According to authorities, Poole, quote, walked towards the police with his hands up. He was arrested and the load was recovered. Oh, the load was recovered, you say? Well, in that case, we know who the first officer on the scene was, don't we?
Oh,
yep.
Man.
She's so hideous, though. You know?
I don't know.
Like, why wasn't that ever the feature news point when that was going on? She's hideous. I don't know.
Well, I mean, dolphins are cute.
Maybe there's like hot and then there's cop hot, and she's cop hot.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. We get the same thing at work because I'm in a shop. So anytime any female walks through, it's like, oh, a girl.
Yeah.
Like, what? No. Are you sure?
So anyway, the views of Dave Willimowski are not necessarily those of Al Mosley TV. Dave, we're a YouTube partner now, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And finally this evening, controversy erupted following the release of a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie by the children's entertainment studio Nickelodeon. The trailer, featuring the iconic character news reporter turned turtle sidekick April O'Neil, not as the feisty, buxom ginger we all remember from the series, but as this. The hell is that? I don't know why she's got on like a wizard's hat either while we're on the subject.
Hey.
With the overwhelmingly negative response from fans to the changes made by Nickelodeon, the film is largely expected to flop. I guess we'll have to wait for a studio who caters to more adult audiences to get the April we all remember.
Yeah, there she is.
It can't be a mistake that they made that picture look like another popular meme picture. If you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, now you can't unsee it, can you? Show that again. Yeah. Yep.
It didn't even occur to me.
Yep. Look at Leonardo. Look at him. Jesus. All right.
Wow.
But before we take our first break, let me tell you about tonight's sponsor. So I know that a lot of people have this jingle just ingrained in their head. The best part of waking up is
Folgers in your cup. Yeah.
But I want you to take a closer look at Folgers, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this right here. So first of all, Folgers in just the blood red, because I mean it's practically made by the Chinese Communist Party. But I want you to take a look right there above the name Folgers. Since 1850. Oh, that's the dead giveaway right there, my friends. You know what else happened in 1850, Dave? The Fugitive Slave Acts, which provided for the return of slaves brought to free states. That's right. Folgers are literally slavers. Absolute racists. You are a racist and a communist if you drink Folgers. And
you should be canceled.
I know that right now a bunch of people listening to this show are running to the kitchen and just whole arming their cabinet and just throwing shit into the trash. Make sure you just get everything. You know, you can't take any risks.
And bury it.
Yeah. Burn it first. Drown it in the tub like your children and then bury it.
Wow.
But I've got a solution, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is right here. It's Fox & Sons Coffee, which you can find at foxandsons.com. If you use promo code ITL, all one word, you get 18% off orders of $25 or more. Shipping's always free for over $37.99. This is the electric boogaloo. Can we get a thing of the electric boogaloo?
Yeah, that's good stuff. I like that. You look like you're ready to boogaloo.
I actually feel pretty good. Well, we're on. I actually do. I'm about to feel even better right now because, as we've discussed on the show, you know, normies drink coffee because they want caffeine to kickstart their day, but alphas just
chew it up, then stick it up in your cheek. Get it right into the bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like freebasing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the cool kids do.
Do you ever feel for the people who listen to the podcast and don't watch the show? And they're like, what's happening? Like, they're like turning it up on their radio. Like, what's happening? What are they doing?
He's chewing on beans.
I am.
Yeah. Like an alpha.
Yeah. I just ingested enough caffeine to kill an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, you're not an elephant. You're Alan.
Yeah, and I don't feel, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't there a Bond villain that couldn't feel anything? Do you remember that?
I may have never seen a James Bond movie.
No, God damn it! That gets triggered on YouTube. Now the video's demonetized. Oh
no, that was
my
short.
God!
No, we're good. We're okay. Why do I have that button then?
So that's Fox and Sons coffee, which you can find at foxandsons.com. You know, Steve gave me like this whole thing to read about some good notes about the company. I don't think I've ever done that. I think I did the first time.
Yeah, you hit some bullet points. It's pretty wholesome.
The important thing is everyone just buys it because it actually is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big coffee person, but I'm like, wow, this actually like has a distinct flavor, and oh my God, the aroma. Oh.
Yeah, I forgot mine upstairs. I'd be huffing it right now.
Yeah. I like how it's just your natural instinct to walk into a room and start huffing something. But
you never know until you try huffing it.
You and I will talk about that in the next segment, I think. Guys, we're going to be back with the meme of the week and the viewer mail right after this break. Don't go away. All right, we should do a poll in chat. So Dave and I were just talking during the commercial break. This guy, he wasn't even joking. This guy's never sat down and intentionally watched a James Bond movie in his life. So let's take a poll in chat. What James Bond movie should Dave watch?
Like you don't have to start at the beginning?
No.
You can just watch any of them.
Well, I mean, James Bond has been played by like 28 different people at this point.
Weird.
So well,
it's like Doctor Who.
Well, when you make a movie series for 40 years, it's hard to have the same guy. But, you know.
With his being a walker by now.
So chat, give you everybody gets one. Name one suggestion for a James Bond movie for Dave to watch. Just throw him in the deep end. Here you go. Watch this movie. And we'll see if he gets hooked.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like they'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, they are like the older one. The older ones are the better ones because they're just, you know, they're uber alpha and super womanizing and Loch Ness says Goldfinger. Ryan says Dr. No. All right, we'll see. Today's fortune is. This is the second one in a row that I feel like I should take a picture of it and send to you so that I'm proving that this is actually happening. You know what? I'm doing that. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go through the effort, but I'm gonna send. You can verify for the audience that I'm not making this up. That this is a real thing that's happening. So tonight's fortune is You will pass a difficult test that will make you happier and financially better.
Oh.
The lucky numbers are 10, 20, 38, 29, 17, 31.
I can't remember. I'll just watch back. Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta send this picture to Dave. Well, right over here in the producer's booth, but I have to send it to Dave so that he knows. Because Dave,
I can't leave this.
I've learned this. Dave believes that everything I say is a lie. I've learned this. You think that I lie about everything I say, even though I only ever tell the truth.
Not everything,
Dave.
But honestly, yeah, it's kind of turned out that you might be like a prophet.
All right. So anyway, you should get the picture here in a second.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, Alan.
What time is it?
It's time for Meme of the Week. I know, I'm nervous.
Oh, alcoholics don't run in my family. They drive.
That's right.
Going to alcohol, we are. That's right. But we don't do that anymore.
No.
No.
That's a kid's thing.
And I mean, like, what is drinking and driving anyway? Like, some people think drinking and driving is you had a drink and then you drove. That's come on.
No, you got to do both.
What I was meaning, Dave, was different people have a different tolerance, and so some people can have a few drinks and drive, and some people can't. But your definition is you actually are actively consuming beverages while operating a motor vehicle.
Before, during, and hopefully after.
Yeah. So you're really upset with your supervisor at work because he said that you were drinking on the job, and you said nuh-uh because you weren't literally drinking when he said it.
No.
Yeah.
Like when I'm operating the crane, I'm not drinking.
No. Like before you get in the crane.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's scary up there, you know. You gotta get a shot of courage. All right. But we do have a bonus meme. Check out the bonus meme.
Oh no.
My ancestors, who had to hunt and fight wild animals for food, watching me have a panic attack over calling order pizza.
Oh, I hate calling.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
No, I love. You can do it on the web now for almost everything.
I suspect that if tomorrow you deleted all that, you deleted all web service, DoorDash, all of it, then it would actually take a big bite out of the obesity epidemic.
Oh,
because people would just be like, well, I guess I just won't eat then, you know?
Yeah, not that bear claw, I guess.
Yeah.
It isn't going to be delivered to my face.
God, I don't even remember the last time I had pizza.
Really?
Yeah, I love pizza. Don't get me wrong. I love pizza. I haven't had a pizza in a long time. Well, I told you I got back on the Dachau diet. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, my friends are coming back to town, so I gotta starve myself again.
I was thinking that today too. I should probably not eat for a couple months, lose a couple pounds.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that the last time I did it, I had a lot more weight to lose, and so I started in like March, and then I starved myself pretty I mean, starve yourself but
yeah, I think.
But this year I have less to lose, so it's like I'll only fast on occasion as opposed to starve myself, and I'll only have to do it for a couple months. We should be fine.
Yeah, that intermittent fasting is like all the rage right now.
Yeah, a lot of people do the intermittent fasting. I've seen people that say that. I've actually seen people more recently saying that it actually doesn't matter as much what types of stuff you eat. It matters a lot more.
When?
Yeah, the doing the fasting and then not being a lazy POS.
That's big too.
But we can only
everybody's saying different things.
Yeah, like for me, it's like I can only do one thing. So you either pick the foods or you pick me going for a jog. There won't be both. But I actually do the foods. In all seriousness, like I don't know how this turned into a dietary segment, but actually, I have learned from myself from having done lots of different things, especially when I was younger. Like when I was in my mid-20s and I had more energy and less, injuries. I was like, well, just eat whatever you want and just bike, just bike like 40 miles a day. And I mean, it worked, but then like if you told me now, hey, go bike 40 miles, I would say, hey, kill yourself. Like I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
So what I have to do is starve myself. Because I mean, like the Jews, like they weren't. Most of them were just kind of laying around in the camp. But let's go ahead and answer some viewer mail.
Yeah.
YouTube partners, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
You're paying Alan to say this.
Oh my God, they are. That's a factually true statement.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
not
yeah,
not anymore. They're
us.
not, but before now, they were. All right. Oh my God, I made the mistake of telling people to share some memes, and they're all in the viewer mail thing.
Yeah.
So it might take me a minute to wade through the,
It's cluttered.
Andrew Avery writes, Dear Alan and Dave, last night as I slept, I thought about gathering up all the orange soda in the world and pouring it out. Was that a dream or a fantasy?
Oh. I mean, he said he was sleeping, so it's a dream, right?
The only Fanta I like is the it's red. I forget if it's strawberry or cherry.
Oh, berry. I think they just call it berry.
No, because they have both. They have a cherry Fanta and a strawberry Fanta, and now I don't remember which one it is that I like. They're probably the same, but I do like the red one. The problem with the Fanta though is that it still is fattening, just artery clogging crap, but it doesn't have caffeine
sugar,
in it.
Yeah.
They don't put caffeine in Fanta.
I only drink Faygo because of my Juggalo days.
Yeah, you look like a Faygo. Right. I don't know. I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't. Yeah. I don't know what came over me just now. I apologize.
It's okay. It's just normal stuff.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just got triggered by Faygo. I don't know. Rachel Watson Kinnerly writes, Dear Alan and Dave, have you filed your tax returns yet? Oh, Dave, have y'all done your taxes yet?
I have a list of the things that I need to get together to do my taxes, but I haven't actively done any of that. I've been working a lot. So no.
Well, so you've theoretically begun the tax process.
I'm making a to-do list kind of. Yeah.
Because I in my opinion, I've found that there's really no in between. Pretty much everybody files their taxes like right away as soon as they have the documents, or they do it April 15th.
Yep, I get panic attacks because I keep forgetting what date they're due, and I haven't done them yet.
Yeah.
Like, did they say March, April? I can't remember.
Isn't it the true duality of man that so I'm the opposite. I'm the person who as soon as I got my last W-2, like on February 1st, I did my taxes February 1st and I'm done. And then you're getting panic attacks because you.
Yeah.
Dave, why don't you just do them? I'm worried about you.
I'm busy, but I can't bring myself to pay somebody to do them.
Yeah, you're busy having a panic attack because you won't. We gotta work this out. I don't know. We gotta do something to help you. We have to get like a CPA or a tax service to be our next sponsor.
Oh yeah, I know some people.
Yeah, and so when they sponsor us and they offer us a free product, the free product will be due Dave's taxes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
Finally pay off. All right.
Gary Dykstra writes, Dear Alan and Dave, what was your favorite TV show that got canceled that you would have liked to see another season of?
Oh,
Dave, a big fan of a show that got canceled early?
I know there's a couple. Like I remember when Family Guy kind of got canceled, and then like The Underground came up and bought all the DVDs, and they came back. But the one that never got a chance to come back, and then when it did, it was garbage. Was Arrested Development.
Oh,
I really liked that show, but I think that society as a whole wasn't ready for a rich, narcissistic, lunatic family.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that. So like everybody says Firefly, so I'm not going to say Firefly because everyone says that.
Oh, I think I saw a couple of those.
But I'm going to say. Actually, I don't even know if it's canceled. So Netflix did this show called Altered Carbon, and it's pretty dope. And they did the first season is the best. The second season, it's okay. It's got its moments. The first season was amazing, and even after the first season, it was like, I don't know, there may or may not be a season 2. I was like, what are you talking about? There may not be a season 2. It's great.
Yeah,
and it's this stupid Netflix crap where they make a show, and then the first time you ever hear about it is it's just on, and you're like, what kind of marketing is that?
Yeah, they just put it out there.
Yeah,
see what happens. They let social media handle their marketing.
Mary says, Alan, would you believe we didn't finish watching that one? Mary, don't you start with me.
Did we watch some Altered Carbon?
I don't know. First season's dope.
Oh, another one, The Witcher, man. What the hell is going on with The Witcher?
Oh no, The Witcher's dead. The question was for a show that gets canceled that you'd like to see more of. No, we want to see The Witcher canceled.
No, I want to see. That was an amazing show.
First of all, you've never seen it. You've seen bits of 2 episodes.
No,
of
we
the
watched
first season.
All of The Witcher.
You've watched the second season.
Yes, and we're anxiously awaiting the third, and it never came. And then they said they're getting rid of that guy, and I don't even know what I'm going to do now.
Hold on, just pause for a goddamn minute. So first of all, you're just dumping this in my lap live on air that you finally got done watching The Witcher, and we didn't have a chance to sit down and chat.
I didn't know Witcher was a thing with us. I know Castlevania was.
Castlevania's way better, and the fact that y'all haven't watched, like, it's a cartoon where the episodes are only 30 minutes long, and you can't seem to watch the goddamn. Stop it!
I'm a busy guy.
Stop it! But no, so The Witcher season 2 was meh, and the season 3 is going to be the last season featuring Henry Cavill because he's leaving the show. So he'll be in season 3.
Oh, so we have more episodes though?
Well, they're still making it, but it'll probably be canceled after this because it's a dead show. Like they ran off the star of the show. So
yeah,
and the reason why the showrunners didn't like him is because he was such a jerk about wanting it to be good.
Oh,
because he wanted it to be good, and they were like, Henry, can't we just make it terrible? And he was like, no, let's make it good instead. And they were like, jerk.
I can't work with this man.
Yeah, he's got such high demands like professionalism and integrity.
Man.
Yeah,
I really like that show. Yeah.
This is why you can't have women run anything. They have a bunch of woke women showrunners, and they're like, "No, Henry, we need you to leave because you're not the one carrying the show. It's us."
Yeah, they're gonna have their new April O'Neil be the Witcher next season.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually going to be an animated fat black woman in a live action show. It's gonna be like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah, she's just gonna meander into the scenes, waddle probably.
I'd actually at least watch one episode of that.
They're probably gonna have to also have an animated horse because a live horse cannot burden itself with her. All right. Anyway, Altered Carbon was the answer before Dave just dumped all this on me. We hadn't had a chance to talk about The Witcher.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, we watched that.
But you actually do need to finish Castlevania. Don't watch any more crap until you watch Castlevania. Cancel every movie night. Just watch Castlevania. Yeah. The episodes are like 22 minutes long, Dave. Just watch Castlevania.
I mean, if I were to spend the time that I watched TikTok videos watching Castlevania, that would probably would have covered it.
I already told Mary not to start. You don't start with me either about this TikTok business. All right. Keith McQuarrie writes, oh God, it's Keith. Hopefully Keith wasn't here for the monologue.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Alan and Dave, Android or Apple? Oh, I'm not going to own an Apple product. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right? So I own
you
Android.
do.
What?
Yeah, You own Apple stock
Mm-hmm.
and you own an Android device. That's worked out for me pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sell
I
out.
mean, it might be too
Yeah.
late to get into the Apple stock, but I did it a long time ago and it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Sure. Sell out. Yeah.
Yep.
So the answer is Android. Actually, you know what that made me think
Yeah.
of is when Elon took over Twitter, they started having all these new features, but when the new features first rolled out, they were only available. So they're available to subscribers. And at
Mhm.
first, they only took subscribers with Apple products, not
Oh my
Android.
gosh.
And so then when you see all these people popping up with their blue checks that they bought, they're also signaling that they all own iPhones, basically. And so now you know who of your friends own iPhones, and so that you can
Mm.
block them because they're feds.
Yeah.
Yep. Now you know.
Elitists.
Matt Lacey writes, "Dear Alan and Dave, what was your biggest butt pucker moment in a car?" Oh. Now, Dave, I imagine you're the kind of gentleman who only ever drives the speed limit and has only ever obeyed all traffic laws and has never had one of these moments.
Well, for the most part. Actually, this is one of the questions where I immediately came up with an answer. There's this hill in our town where it kind of goes down and then up over some railroad tracks and then it goes down real quick. And if you go over it, you get that lose your stomach feeling, like ooh. And I'm like, I wonder what happens if you go over this with like some speed. Like I bet you could, get a little jump. This was years ago. And so I go over it and I hit the bump and I'm like, well, that wasn't bad at all. And then my car hit the ground. so so I had enough time to think that thought and feel like nothing really happened. And then I hit the ground and I hit the bottom of the seat so hard that I bounced up and my knee hit the gear shift and then put it in a neutral, but I didn't notice. So like when I finally calmed down, I went to drive and I was pushing the gas and I was just hearing ring, ring, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought I destroyed my car
Yeah.
and then figured it out. But yeah, that was really exciting.
I don't remember if I've actually told this story on one of our community streams before. When I think I was somewhere around maybe like 29 or 30. I was driving up I-65 here in Middle Tennessee, heading north towards Nashville. And it was getting to that time of day where like it's not quite rush hour yet, but traffic is starting to build. And so you're like, I got to get off the interstate before this. I just,
Yeah.
I'm about to drive 120 because I don't want to be here 15 minutes from now. And I'll never forget this. This is actually something I've thought about a lot, actually. This is not a joke, and it's something that has popped into my head several times over the years. Is I get into the left lane because I'm trying to pass everybody, and I usually don't like speed incredibly. I really don't, because
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that usually is very punctual, and I leave early and stuff like that, so that
Oh.
I don't have to be rushed.
Yeah.
This was not one of those moments. And so, if the limit's 70, I'm not going like 100 or anything, but I'm probably going like 85 to 90, somewhere around there. And there was a car in the far left lane that it wasn't one of these deals where he wasn't going fast enough and people couldn't pass. He was going fast too.
Mhm.
But it was one of those deals where like a semi up the road had like lost a tire or something, so now there's a big hunk of rubber sitting in the road.
Mhm.
And that car did, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's a great idea to run over debris in the road, but you can't slam on your brakes in the interstate, right? Like, you
No.
can't do that, especially if
Oh,
you were just going
that's my
90.
other story.
You can't slam your brakes on in the interstate.
Yeah.
So something happens up ahead, a tire comes out, and the dude in front of me slams on his brakes at precisely the moment that I like wondered, like I looked at
Oh.
the time to see how late I was, or looked at, whatever. I could have just been looking at the odometer for all I remember. And at the precise moment I glanced away, he slammed on his brakes. So I look up, I hear the squealing. You know that terrible feeling of you hear an accident, but you don't see it, and you're like, oh, is it me? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's you.
It's the one that they don't see that gets you. And so I look up just in time to see a car quickly approaching my front because I'm about to run into him at 90 miles an hour and die.
Oh.
And without even thinking, because, and there was also there was some construction. So there's those concrete barriers on the left. So there is no room on the left. You can't drive into the median. Yeah. There's no room. You can either go forward and die or go right. Change lanes to the right. That's it. Those are my only options. Mm-hmm. And so I take the only option I have, which is I just swerve into the right lane. Now, here's the kicker. I didn't look to see if there was anyone in the right lane.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It was just so my matter in this time-space continuum needed to go somewhere.
Yeah. And you weren't sure if you were going to involve someone else or not.
Yeah. Somewhat, yeah. Either I was going to switch lanes and carry on with my life, or someone else was going to be a part of my news article. That's it. Those are the answers. And without even looking in my mirror, I just hear brrr, and I just go whoom.
Yeah, you have to.
And I switch lanes and carry on. And it wasn't until my 2 exits later as I'm getting off the interstate, and it was when I'm turning off the exit. And you know how it is too. You just had the shit scared out of you, so now you're going 70 and a 70, and you're driving like this.
10 and 2.
Yeah. When I'm pulling off the exit is the first time it clicks in my head. What if there had been a car there?
Yeah.
I'm just gone. But here I am.
Yeah. Yep.
And so the moral of the story is that there is a God, and he wants me to continue suffering.
He wants you to do podcasts.
Oh, God. He wants you guys to suffer. Oh, I see. All right.
See, God will use anybody.
Yeah.
You don't have to be special.
I like being used. All right. And wait, hold on. Where's Mary's? Mary Lynn Wilimowski writes, Dear Alan and Dave. Just really quick before I read Mary's question, I saw Mary had a comment in chat that says, I'm glad you're okay, but also I'm glad you didn't murder anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, murder's not an accident. It's manslaughter, Mary.
There you go.
Yeah. Mary's not going to be my lawyer at the trial.
No.
All right. Dear Alan and Dave, have you ever been hypnotized? If not, would you ever try it? Now, y'all thinking about getting into some hypnosis stuff over there?
No, I actually don't know where this one came from. I hit it twice.
That's what she said.
I remember seeing. I remember seeing.
I'll hit the. You know what, Dave? I'll hit the buttons. It's fine.
I mean, I can only do so much. I can't talk and hit buttons at the same time.
Okay.
I remember seeing it in high school. You know, they have their kids go up there and they act like they're a duck, and you don't know if they're faking it or not.
Yeah.
I've never done it myself, but I would try it. I'd see if I was susceptible. That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. My cynicism tells me it's all BS.
No, there's something to it. I think you have to be a certain type of person.
Yeah, a retard.
They're all faking.
Yeah. No, I think it's all BS. I think that what they refer to clinically as hypnosis is more just, it's kind of like Inception, like they're just trying to plant within you like some type of good idea or habit or whatever. Like they're like their idea of hypnosis is saying, Dave, don't be a piece of shit. And then when you walk away thinking, you know what, I shouldn't, then they feel like you've been hypnotized. Yeah. But that's not the same thing as the movies where there's a spiral and now you think you're a duck, you know. It's not the same thing.
Well, I heard that you won't do anything you wouldn't normally do under hypnosis. Like they can't like fundamentally change you or make you do something that you wouldn't do. So yeah, I'm still going to be a piece of shit even after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that's a cop out right there. Because which is it? Either hypnosis is a powerful tool of suggestion, or it's all BS. If it's a powerful tool of suggestion, but it can't make you do things you wouldn't have already done, then it's literally nothing at all.
I don't know. I really can't say.
I don't know. We'll have to see if we can find a hypnosis person to come to one of our live events.
That'd be Oh, that would be fun.
But it has to be somebody the victim has to be someone that we can trust to like give us a straight answer. Like it can't be Ryan, because if he's gonna hypnotize Ryan and say go have a drink, and Ryan will say okay. That'd be no. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Ryan says he knows hypnosis. Okay, well Ryan will actually do it. So there you go.
I read a book on self-hypnosis, but
it's all BS. That's all just self-help. That what one person is saying, hypnotize yourself to do the dishes. Another person just says, hey, don't be a piece of shit, do the dishes. That's the exact same thing. I'm telling you, it's all BS. All right. And finally this evening, D3 writes, Dear Alan and Dad, what was your favorite food as a kid?
Oh. As a kid?
As a kid.
Oh. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I think I've said this one on the show before. When I was a little kid, my favorite thing to eat at dinner every night was mashed potatoes, because I just loved mashed potatoes. And then one year I got really sick when I had mashed potatoes, and now I've never had mashed potatoes like ever again.
Really?
It was a very like when I was ages like 2 through 9, it was, oh my God, I love mashed potatoes. And at age 10, they literally make me sick to even think of eating them.
Okay. I'm going to put that in the file.
All right. That's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember? No, you can't. No, you can't do a don't remember.
Well, I mean, I feel like it'd be generic to just say like, oh, pizza.
Well, was it?
But it's like, probably. Nothing really jumps out at me.
Well, if that's the answer, that's the answer.
Yeah, it's probably pizza. I remember there was this bar that my parents would get pizza from every once in a while. And they'd get like the Supreme with like all the veggies and meats on it. That one sticks with me.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to start a file for you, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing how that turns out.
All right, we'll work on that. Before we take our next commercial break, let me tell you about tonight's next sponsor, which is Pat Crest Botanicals, which you can find at patcrestbotanicals.com. If you use promo code It's Too Late, all one word, It's Too Late, you get 30% off.
What?
30% off. Actually, I want you to take a look at this. This is the Blue Dream 2000 with the Delta 8 in it. Can we get a shot of?
Ooh.
I feel like the mic is the mic's covering up my face. Like a big black dong right there. It's right. It's a blue.
That's part of your blue dream.
Yeah, YouTube partners, by the way. Blue Dream 2000. Let me tell you about this right here, guys, because as someone who's had a hard time like relaxing after work and getting a good night's sleep, this is particularly for the men out there in the audience.
You people are relaxing?
Fellas, have you ever come home from work and the missus is just yada, 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 and of course you've already hit her with the classic. You said, hey, calm down.
Yeah.
And you know what?
That usually works.
She didn't calm down. Right? There's no follow. I mean, the only follow-up is, but there's no follow-up. I mean, not these days. And
yeah, you can't do that anymore.
You give her some of the Blue Dream 2000.
Oh.
And then,
yeah, have a nice quiet evening.
Yeah, but after dinner though, you can't, because not before dinner.
No,
she's got to cook.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell were you working all day for?
Right.
This is ridiculous. She spends your damn money, but you can't.
Yep. Just have something ready.
Like
anything.
And you know what too? It says she's buying all the expensive stuff. Like that's what you buy. What's on sale. And what's on sale is Pat Crest Botanicals using promo code It's Too Late. All right. Move on then, I guess. This is what y'all are missing right now. All right, guys, we're going to be back to talk about a event that happened 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days ago, right after this commercial break. Your ad could be playing right now, reaching thousands of potential customers. Sadly, it's not, but it could be. Find out how to be an advertised sponsor for It's Too Late with Alan Mosley. Email us at info@alanmosley.tv. It sounded labored. Are you all right?
I've been working a lot. A lot
Okay.
of things hurt.
Yeah. Well, Dave, I've got just the news for you then. Let me tell you about tonight's last sponsor, which is Tennessee Hot Sauce Company, which you can find at tnhotsauceco.com. If you use promo code It's Too Late, all one word, It's Too Late, you get percent off your order. Okay, there it is. Thanks,
10%.
Aaron. It's 10% off for promo code. I've actually got some of the. This is the poblano jalapeno. Can we get a shot of the poblano jalapeno?
Yeah. Oh, I love those colors.
This is actually pretty attractive. I like that.
It pops, yeah.
Yeah. And take a look at this. If you look on the side of the bottle, it's quite personable.
Oh. Who would have thunk?
How about that? It turns out you can consume products without, feeling pain.
Yeah, without hurting yourself.
Yeah. Dave and I would never do that. We always
why would you want to? Yeah.
No, we always want to hurt ourselves when we eat or drink something. Just to know we're alive. But
yes.
But if you like the flavor without the heat, you can get the poblano jalapeno from Tennessee Hot Sauce Company, which is tnhotsauceco.com. Promo code It's Too Late. Danny's going to be at the event again this year. Danny's coming.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so maybe can you guys work it out, whatever's going on?
Yeah, I was just thinking, I feel like I challenged him to a fight on one
Yeah,
of the streams.
you called him a Fago some weeks back, and then he messaged
I don't know
me
why I
and
do that. Yeah.
the only way we didn't pull the sponsorship is that I told him that you guys would work it out. So
yeah, I'm
all right.
down for that.
Yeah, just could you? All right.
I probably had a lot to drink that night.
So what I thought we would do, since it's kind of all the rage in the news right now, is we would talk a little bit about the event that happened 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days ago. But don't say it, because if you say it, we get demonetized.
The event that shall not be mentioned.
Yeah. But we're actually at the end of the show.
Oh.
Yeah, we're all
right.
Yeah, we're 52
you want to go to
minutes in. So
go to credits or?
Well, let me just say one thing, because I don't have any footage of it, because let's face it, anyone can go on YouTube or Google and you can pull up and see the new footage that got released. Apparently Speaker McCarthy got these ridiculous thousands of hours of tape, and then they gave it to Tucker Carlson because reasons.
Yeah. Well,
and then Tucker Carlson's people then comb through it and they show some clips on TV. And I've seen people say, have different reactions. And one of the reactions, of course, is, oh, well, look, the narrative is completely changed. The leftists were hiding all of this evidence, and it wasn't this violent and dangerous event as they portrayed it to be. But I've seen other people say, well, wait a minute. If you're accusing them of cherry picking the visuals to fit a certain story, then surely Tucker Carlson and his team are cherry picking things to show a different story. And you're probably right. I'm sure they are. But of course, those of us with an IQ over room temperature could say, but you can still look at the totality of it and get an idea of which is the more accurate representation. And while there were some hooligans, let's call them what they were. There's some people breaking some windows and, just trashing the Capitol grounds and stuff like that. The real story is that not only do you see protesters just basically being let in, just being given a tour, saying, hey, come on in, guys. Here, let me show you around. But one of the interesting things was the Q shaman, that Jacob Chansley guy, wearing the horns and all that. By the way, he's already had his trial. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Essentially for trespassing. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. I can't imagine having been a teenager and being arrested for trespassing when I was a teenager and being told, hey, you're going to jail for 4 years. But they actually have footage of him being escorted all around the Capitol by Capitol Police. And I don't just mean escorted as in he's under arrest. I mean, they're leading him. They're actually checking doors to find which ones are unlocked to help him in, to help him enter the Senate chambers. Now,
to his photo shoot. Yeah.
At a bare minimum, you would say that if this guy was breaking laws for which he should go to prison for years, and he was literally surrounded by police the whole time, you'd think at least one of them would be like, hey, you can't do that. Hey, you're come with me. We're going down to the slammer. No, never happened. They're actually helping him take selfies and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So at a bare minimum, we know that the narrative that was sold for years at this point isn't quite accurate. Albeit, I'm open to the interpretation that Tucker Carlson also cherry-picked things to make it look very much the opposite.
Yeah.
But it occurred to me, and this is the last thing I'll say about it before we take our final break. It occurred to me that we never really even discussed that day very much on the show. All the way back when it happened and ever since. We never really covered it in any great detail on this show. And for this show being kind of how it is, you might be thinking to yourself, well, why? I mean, why not? That should be like bread and butter, right? Some big event in the news and everyone's talking about it. Give us your 2 cents. And I think the reason why I never did was because from the very beginning, there was a few things that I thought that I still think, despite what evidence has or hasn't come out, pretty much the opinions that I drew that day are the same opinions I have now, which is, one, they were stupid.
Yes. Yep.
Very dumb people. Like, all you have to do is ask anyone, hey, would you have wanted one of your good friends, a family member, a child, whatever, would you have wanted them to be there for that? No. My default is that I want all the people I care about to stay as far away from Washington, D.C. as humanly possible. So this is the opposite of doing that. So for one, they're stupid. Second of all, I don't really love protests. You know, I don't really love, and I'm not talking about protests versus riots. I mean, just protests. I don't really love protests. And I'll tell you why. By and large, protests don't do anything. If you truly, and when I say you, I'm kind of talking to those people, to the MAGA people, to those protester types. If you genuinely believe that that town is the swamp, and it is filled with pedophiles and murderers, people that would send your kids to die in some foreign war, and they would sleep like a baby. They wouldn't even think twice about ruining your life. If that's your opinion of the people in that town, and it is my opinion of the people in that town, then I would believe that these are dangerous people. And I wouldn't be caught dead in Washington, D.C., and 2, if I was going to get together with 500,000 of my closest bros and we were going to go to Washington, D.C., we ain't going there to sightsee. If you're going to go through all that trouble, because they weren't armed. Like, that was the whole thing of you can't call it a violent insurrection and then there's like no guns confiscated from these people. Yeah. I mean, come on, let's be real. There's been violent insurrections in this world. It's happened in different countries, usually because of the United States, but it's happened in different countries. They're not bloodless coups, all right? That's a very rare occurrence. If you genuinely believe these people are that dangerous, then you should have been up there armed to the gills, and you should have been up there to collect some scalps. If you were up there to be seen and heard, why do you think those people, those dangerous monsters, care about what you have to say or be seen? That's why I don't think protests really work. Protests really only work to get other people involved. It's not, no evil politician that doesn't care one whit whether you live or die is going to care that you're protesting. The only people you're going to affect is maybe other people who aren't at the protest, who are seeing you. The popular example that comes to mind is you think of like, you think of like during the civil rights movement when you had these well-dressed black people sitting on streets and sitting in diners, and them being drug out and beaten, them being just mowed down by fire hoses. And those protests worked in so much as Americans watching at home on their television, seeing these people accosted that way, then started to make them think. Even if they were card-carrying racists or segregationists, it made them think to themselves, but I don't like what I'm seeing. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the way those people are being treated, whether I agree with them or not. That's the only sense in which a protest really works. But if you're going to get that many people together and you're going to go to Washington, D.C., and you're going to set up a protest at the Capitol, no one in that building is listening. They don't care at all. So I think the biggest reason why I didn't cover it is that it's hard for me to say in the most politically correct way as possible that the next time you're going to put an army together and march on D.C., do it right. Otherwise, don't do it at all. All right. I think we should wrap up the show, Dave.
Yeah, I think we did.
All right. We'll be back to wrap up the show right after this commercial break. Don't go away.
If you're enjoying tonight's show, consider supporting the program by becoming a member of our Patreon. That's over at patreon.com/Alan Mosley.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Alan Mosley TV. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Alan Mosley TV. Subscribe to our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/Alan Mosley TV. Also, we're on Odyssey. Go and support a free speech platform. It's odyssey.com. It's Too Late with Alan Mosley or Alan Mosley TV. But if you're more of a listener than a watcher, you get us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more, thanks to Anchor FM. It's anchor.fm/Alan Mosley TV. And don't forget, use promo code ITL for 18% off orders of $25 or more at Fox & Sons. Shipping's always free over orders $37.99. It's foxandsons.com. Dave, do you have a final thought?
Oh, no.
Episode 250. This is it. This is your big moment, Dave. It's like everything you've been through.
Oh.
The years of the show, your experiences on set, it's like it's culminated to this moment for you to like leave us all in awe of your experience. And that's what you gave us.
How long have I been doing this? We're just like a few weeks in, right?
Yeah. A few weeks plus.
Carry the one.
Oh my God, it's been a year and a half.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
I think it was a year in October, and now it's March. You still have a long way to go to match Blake, though, in terms of like total episodes.
Yeah.
You have to do Blake episode +1, and then just don't show up next week.
Yeah, I'll delete everything.
That's fine. I'll give you the logins. All right. It's been a fun 250 episodes.
Yeah. Ups and downs.
I've enjoyed it. I mean, yeah.
A lot of verbal abuse.
Well,
good for it,
a
yeah.
good friend of mine told me earlier today, he's been training people, and he said that he yells a lot because he doesn't like to say things more than once.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to, that's right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode of It's Too Late, and we will see you next week. I think someone needs to refresh your drink there, Dave.
Yeah. I'm
It's getting low.
gonna have to re-up.
So are we not doing an after party for episode 250?
I guess we could real quick. Real quick.
All right. Just teensy, just like...
Yeah.
Just long enough for Matt Lacey to donate $20 so that you have to stay open for another hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I like you named him.
Yeah. Oh, he knows
No
what he's
pressure.
doing. He does it on purpose.
He does.
All right.
I like that guy.
You got to be on Twitch, guys. Twitch for the after party.
Bye.